Today we've got really big news coming out of Israel, and while all of this is going on, we've got a cruise ship there, a Let's Go family member, at least one that I know of on the ground there to let us know about it. We've also got big news from Royal Caribbean that sounds a lot like princess news. We've got news from Carnival, lots to talk about today, as well as what's going on here on the island Princess, as well as here in Trondheim, Norway. Just lots to talk about, so let's go ahead and get started. Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips, and today is Saturday. It is October 7th of 2023, and let's start off by inviting you to please join us and subscribe to our channel. We would love to have you with us as often as you can join us. Every day would be optimal, and I think you will really enjoy being part of the conversation and the amazing community that we've got here. We are posting updates over on our Facebook group. I always forget to tell you that. I'm trying to get better with Instagram, but come and join us over on Facebook. Look for us on Instagram. It's Let's Go Travel Tips. And if you appreciate these updates, would you please give this video a thumbs up? That really helps us out as well. Alrighty, let's start at the top with Israel today. So Israel sustained a major attack. They say that they are now in a state of war. They were attacked by 5,000 rockets from Hamas in Palestine, is my understanding. While this happened, we've got Carrie, one of our Let's Go family members, who is there. Well, he said that he was on a tour over to Nazareth, and they had not even heard about the attacks until the tour guide was told about them, and they said that all of the tours in Israel were then cut short, and they were immediately taken back to the ship. And the ship was also supposed to call in Ashdod, is my understanding, and they are not going to be able to call there as well. So clearly our prayers are with anyone traveling in Israel, as well as the people who live in Israel. And it's just unsettling. We do have a cruise to Israel, a group cruise next year. If you want to think about coming with us, it will spend 3 days in Israel and 2 days in Egypt. And we're going on October 11th of 2024 on the Celebrity Silhouette. I am really hopeful by then that this is no longer going on, and for really more important reasons than allowing a cruise ship to call there. But we would love to have you come with us if you would like to come. Now, the next thing, and so we will be looking for more updates from Carrie. He posted over on our Facebook group. There's another good reason to come and join us there. But I really appreciate all of the updates you all put there, because we heard about that attack and we knew that Carrie was there, because I remembered that he was going, because he's going where I want to go. And I remember him sharing that with us. And so thanks for letting us know how it's going, and everybody follow along and post updates there, because it's a really big deal that we all stay up to date and know how each other's doing. Now, the next announcement that we've got is Royal Caribbean has announced the name for their newest Icon ship. So Icon of the Seas is their newest ship right now. And when Icon of the Seas was released, when the bookings opened for that, it sold out like the fastest, and it created their biggest booking day in their history. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens with their new ship. Now, their new ship is supposed to debut in 2025 and is going to be called Star of the Seas. Well, 2025 is the same year that the new Star Princess is going to debut for Princess Cruise Lines. Now, the Star Princess, that inaugural cruise is going to start on August 4th of 2025. And we do have a group for that if you would like to come. And but I thought it was really fun. We're going to have 2 starships in the same year. But we'll look for more. But here's one thing, more information coming out. They haven't released tons, but the article I read that I think has the most news is on Travel and Leisure, and they were talking that the Star of the Seas ship.
Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The captain speaking to you from the bridge. Well, welcome back on board. I do hope you enjoyed a day ashore here in Trondheim, despite the awful weather we've had today. It's still breezy. It's still a few showers coming through. So we've had to enlist the help of a tug to get us off the pier here. He's not with us yet, so we need to wait for him to arrive. And then I'm going to single up the lines tonight, and then we're going to wait for a gap in the weather to get us off the dock here, because it is still quite breezy. So we'll make fast the tug aft. He'll help us with the stern. We'll bring her off. We'll go astern into the wind before we swing the bow to starboard. And then head into the wind, we'll let go of the tug, and then we'll proceed out of the fjord the way we came in. I think the pilot will disembark around 9 o'clock, should we get underway within the next half an hour. And then we'll head towards our next port of call, which is Tromsø. Now we will be passing into the Arctic Circle. We'll update you tomorrow with the time on that one. So that will be coming up tomorrow. But it all depends what time we get away. Now it's 584 nautical miles to Tromsø, so we need about 17 knots to get you there for our scheduled arrival, 9 o'clock on the 9th. Now the weather is starting to ease up outside, but it's still looking a little bit choppy out there. It was showing 3.5 meters, so that's about 10-11 feet seas. It was showing 25 to 30 knots again from the northwest, so it'll be on the port side again as we head out. So overcast with rain, I'm afraid. So once again, just take care if you are moving around. She might move a little. Take care. Use those handrails in the stair tower and in the alleyways. It should start to clear up then tomorrow morning. From tomorrow morning, it looks like it's starting to ease up and flatten out a bit. So that's it from me, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your evening. Enjoy the sail away on Island Princess. Thanks.
Alrighty, you heard the announcement from the captain, so look for our live. We're going to do that. Where was I? Oh, the Star of the Seas by Royal Caribbean. They are going to have a theme park, a water park, an indoor aqua theater, as well as 3-story suites, and what else? A miniature golf course, and the first swim-up bar at sea is what they're talking about. So this is clearly going to be just as big, if not bigger, than Icon of the Seas, and so much to look forward to. I think I might have to get excited about that and get on that ship. I've always been excited about these new ships, but when these inaugurals are introduced, they are so expensive. But I will see if we can work that out. So I wanted to bring you up to date on that. Another thing really quickly, those of you that live in the South, or you can easily drive down to Mobile, Alabama, the Carnival Spirit just embarked her first passengers today to sail out of there, and it's been a year since they've had a ship there in Mobile, which I think is really, it's great that they're back again, because it's handy for people that live in that region to just get to go on a cruise and not have to drive too terribly far. The next thing, casual dining here on the here on the Island Princess. So the casual dining that is available here on this ship is just in Sabatini's at lunchtime. They make Alfredo's food for people that want to do casual dining. That's what they said when we called and asked, and that's all I have been able to find on board. Today, Gordon happened to be sitting down there not too far from Sabatini's. When it became lunchtime, they opened the door, let everybody know pizza was ready if you wanted to come and eat in Sabatini's at lunchtime. Alrighty, so there's that. A quick update, we did get room service this morning for our breakfast, and the better wasn't better. It was that new little substitute they've got. I have it on good word that it's not a dairy product. It's probably something like margarine is my guess, and I don't want to like beat a dead horse with it. Just don't expect better. And yeah, but the bread has been really good on this ship. But you know what? I don't really enjoy bread so much without butter, so it's probably good for my diet that I haven't been eating the rolls at dinner time. Thought I'd bring you up to speed on that. And another difference that I have noticed on this cruise is, and it was not this way on the Emerald Princess a couple of weeks ago, if you go right at lunchtime to the buffet, they have whatever it is that they're serving for lunchtime. If you go a little bit later, like at 3 o'clock, they don't have the same food from lunchtime. You can have hamburgers. Yesterday it was hamburgers and hot dogs, but today there was no hot dogs. They have tortilla chips with some salsa and guacamole. They have scones, or scones as they call them in Great Britain, and the toppings to go with those. They'll have some a little bit of little sandwiches, but they don't keep the whole menu from lunchtime going. So thought I would let you know that that's a change. And then overall the food so far is fine. It's not great. It's not like, oh wow, fabulous, but it's not terrible. It's just fine, and we're having a wonderful time, and it's not impacting our cruise at all. thought I would bring you up to date on that. If any of you have any other questions about that, let me know. I am working on tracking down some information that some of you wanted in a comment, so just keep putting your questions there and I'll find out for you while we're here on board. But we are having an absolutely wonderful time. Today we were in Trondheim, Norway. And as listening to the captain, we had very blustery weather. The sun would come out and it would be beautiful for a few minutes, and then just that fast it would be pouring rain and blowing really hard. And so I walked over to the Cathedral, which was just wonderful, and I've got footage for Gordon to add in there. It's a beautiful walk over. You can also take a taxi, but they've got where you get off the ship, you'll walk over, and then on the main road there's a taxi stand. But when I was there, I only saw one taxi come, and I noticed the same guy driving a taxi one time picked somebody up over at the Cathedral, but that is the only taxi I saw the whole time that I was walking around and seeing anything. So I walked over there, got to go in. When you go there, you can buy a ticket just to go in the cathedral, or you can buy a ticket to go into the cathedral and into the museum there where the crown jewels, the crown and regalia and everything to do with the crown of Norway are located. So I bought the ticket to do both. I went into the cathedral, and then Gordon didn't join me because his hip is giving him a lot of pain. We do have an appointment to get that looked at when we get home. But anyway, so I went in there, and it was a day that they were in their religion. I think it's called christening is what they do. And so there were families in there, and I love that many of them were wearing their traditional Norwegian dress. Absolutely beautiful. So I tried my best to video that, but I also didn't want to be in anyone's way. But it was beautiful, and they played the organ, and it was fantastic. In that cathedral there, they have 2 organs, and it's just absolutely amazing. The next thing, so then I walked over, saw the crown jewels. You can't video in there, but it was really beautiful to see. And then a little bit down from that, they have what they call their armory. It's just in the same building as the museum is that has the crown jewels. It's just a little down, and on the main level they have the Viking history, a Viking level. That main level is their Viking. The Napoleonic era is level 2, and up on level 3 they have the Resistance Museum area. You just pay one fee. It's like $10 US is what it comes out to about, and you just pay one fee and you can go up the whole way. But is the Resistance Museum, and I always find that so interesting. Trondheim was a really big deal during World War II. The Germans occupied it. They wanted the sulfur mines here were of the most interest to them, but it was really interesting to read about what the local people did and everything to try to hold on to their nationality and to help the war effort and everything. It was really interesting. A lot of it was in Norwegian, which is very appropriate because we're in Norway, but there were several signs that had English words as well, so I really enjoyed that. Then I just walked back and stopped in a couple of shops along the way, got a couple of different kinds of candy to try, some I recognized and knew that I like, and I also stopped at they don't have tons, I would say, of souvenir stores here. There's a lot of just normal shops as you walk between the port and over to that cathedral, but they do have to do that, you have to go up like a ramp and then over a bridge, and then you go down steps on the city side there. But right by there is where the best really souvenir shops you're going to find. So I didn't get anything of consequence, but it was really nice to look around. So if you have any questions about Trondheim, put it below. When the captain announced that we were not going to go to Stavanger, but we were going to go to Trondheim instead, Stavanger is absolutely beautiful. The fjords around there are just so beautiful, so much to see, but I feel a lot the same about Trondheim. They didn't have as many excursions because we were going there on such short notice, but Trondheim is beautiful. It's just further north. It is just absolutely, it's a gem. I love coming to Trondheim. This is only my 2nd time, but I would come here again in a heartbeat. So if Trondheim is on your itinerary, let me know what questions you've got. I think I probably told you, but that cathedral over there is the one where the kings of Norway have been crowned since they started doing that. Clear up, they don't crown, they don't have like a whole coronation and a crowning thing anymore, but they do like the benediction, as they call it, the anointing ceremony for the next king. And so in 57 or 58 was when the first king was anointed there, and then the current king was in 1991, I feel like I read today, and that's how it's going to be. So much history there. It is absolutely amazing. That cathedral has stood there for like 1,500 years. Yeah, it's just wonderful. So I hope you get to see it sometime. I will be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye. Snowing. Can you see the little snowflakes? It's windy. I think you have to go down here. The pretty flowers. Statue of St. Olaf. So there's the church we're going to. Are we in their Are they taking a picture? Excuse me.
Good, no.
Sorry.
That's the same song they played when Michael became Godfather.
I feel like I'm in the way, but I don't know where to go. Cháu tắt luôn. Hi, Hetty. Excuse me.
maybe it's the blessing of Saint Olaf.
This is where the armory is. It's in the same building here as the crown jewels. Of course, you can't video where the crown jewels are. And right here is the Nidaros Cathedral. She said just follow the cannons.
Kommer du se, jeg har hele tiden.